My name is Dominic. I am 33 from London and I am adopted from Thailand when I was 6 months old.
He was born with the name Duang Thanarin, which was later changed to Dominic Paul. Dominic was a dream come true for his adoptive parents, who were unable to conceive. They had always hoped to provide a loving and warm home to children in need, giving them a second chance.
I asked my parents the reason why they adopted us. So for my parents, they struggled to fall pregnant naturally and conceive biological children of their own. And unfortunately, the pregnancies that they had just didn't work out. But in that time, they also wanted, as well as their own, is to adopt as well. So, there are kids all over the world that need homes, and they thought if they could give a child from Thailand a second chance, then they would do that. So they adopted 3 children.
Dominic was raised alongside his siblings, who were from Ecuador and Thailand, in a loving home in a small village in Kent, on the southeastern outskirts of London. Because that area is predominantly white, Dominic and his sister were the only non-white kids in their school, making them the targets of racial discrimination.
It was just 2 Asians, and that was me and my sister. And you did get naivety of people saying things derogatory towards you, and especially in a white area. But this is like 30 years ago. You had this, the country is very different to what it used to be. But back then it was quite brutal. You would go out and you would get stared at. So I think it probably was because of where I was brought up location-wise, is why I got quite a lot of racism. And it was hard.
Despite facing hurtful racism during his childhood, he chose not to tell his protective parents, fearing their reaction would escalate the situation. Instead, he tried to solve it alone, turning to cosmetics to change his appearance to blend in. This difficult experience ultimately strengthened his self-awareness and made him a stronger person.
I thought if I just kept my head down and tried to fit in, then I would sort of get under the radar. But that's the thing I think racism can do, is backfire, is because I was raised in a very white area, I wanted to look and be a certain way so that I didn't stick out so much. I think that's why even to this day it's affected me in the way that I look. I have to look a particular way, like I wear coloured contact lenses, I wear makeup. I've had some alterations done to my face to westernize my look so I fit in more. It's a funny one because I didn't think back then it did affect me, but I think especially with people that I speak to nowadays, they say you have done things as the years have gone on and your 33 years of being on the planet to fit into the Western world, which is quite sad, I think.
His early attempts to westernize his appearance influenced his career path, leading him to become a successful makeup artist. After 15 years in the industry, he established his own cosmetics brand. And this year, he is returning to the land of his birth and intends to settle here permanently.
But one thing I should say is, when I started to come to Thailand, I then found this connection, not to want to find my birth family, but the connection to learn the Thai way, if that makes sense. It's a weird feeling. I've always said in the years I've been coming back, I feel at home here. I don't feel out of place. So, it's definitely in the blood, isn't it?
Dominic emphasizes that many children need loving homes. He encourages financially stable couples to consider giving a child a second chance and the love they need and deserve. His crucial advice for raising adoptive children is to be transparent from the start. telling them the truth at a young age creates an open foundation for building love and trust between a child and their adoptive parents. He hopes other orphan children will have the same life-changing opportunity.